maybe the or I'm back, motherfuckers. Back and ready to take these 140s. Well, on the first set, maybe for only 10 or 11, but I'm thinking on the second set, a good 12 again, as long as everything feels good. Which I really couldn't tell by the warm ups today. I didn't feel anything that kind of was a sign that I was maybe a little off or feeling weaker, but also didn't really feel anything that said otherwise, or maybe I should say, like, I didn't feel anything that said I felt great. So, sort of like the opposite end of the spectrum. I didn't feel anything that said either way. So, the first set really is where I'm going to find, or where I'm going to kind of get some information. Tell me anything. Um, but yeah, I got the 140s. Um, Pretty sure I did 12 last week on the second set, which obviously, or maybe not obviously, but it's a PR for me, a rep PR with 140s on incline. So can I match that this week or even do better? Um, no matter what, I'm gonna ride these 140s out for probably, like I said, I hit a rep PR last week, but I think I'm gonna ride these 140s out for at least another couple weeks, if not longer. Yeah, could I go up to 145s and probably be okay? Yeah, but I want to take my time to an extent. Like I'm not gonna do these 140s for the next 2 months unless something just drastically changes. But within a month, could I see myself going up to 145s if everything kind of feels good and my body tells me, okay, let's go up a little bit. Yeah, that's probably going to be the case. But at least a minimum of 2 weeks. I really want to kind of get my, well, that's not even, I was going to say I kind of want to get my feet underneath me this weight, but I've been doing it for 3 or 4 weeks now. So I've got my feet under me, but it's more or less I kind of want to feel like I'm like, okay, 140s, a guaranteed 12 at least, no matter what, you know? And I don't think I'm quite there yet. Like if I had a bad day today, I wouldn't get 12. I don't think my strength is to that level yet. Um, so yeah, what do you say? I grab these 140s. Like I said, the first set, unless I'm just feeling really good, and like I said, warm ups didn't really tell me, so maybe I am. But it's usually the second set is my best one. So if I only get 11 or so on the first set, I don't think it's going to be the end of the world by no means. I think this second set is still going to be a good chance of me getting 12. Of course, this is with the caveat of, it feels like a pretty typical chest day. Like I don't feel super weak, I don't feel super strong. Kind of in the middle. But definitely, if I feel strong, like I said, I might even get 12 on the first one here. But yeah, let me lock in and do this first one. I'll find out a lot of stuff here. All right, so a couple things. That was admittedly kind of a little bit quicker pace set. And what I mean by that is my my reps are probably going a little faster than I'd like, but I still like one set and I got a little bit of a pump in my chest. So I still got, at least I feel like I got the main um what's the word, result, I guess, in terms of it, you know, working my chest the most. But also, so I did Smith machine squats for the first time yesterday, and it's yesterday I was saying at least 3 months, but I think it's been well longer than that. And I made it through 2 sets. The second set, I was starting to feel a little bit of something in my knee, which my knee's been bothering me. That's why I haven't squatted in so long. And I tried a third set with much lighter weight. I took some weight off just to try to get, like I said, a third set of maybe just some higher reps and finish with a good, crazy pump, you know? And I did one rep, and a jolt of pain just shot through my knee all the way down to my foot. And I was doing this, and I was kind of feeling that a little bit. So, on one hand, it's going to take my leg drive away, which in a way could be good. Like I said, on one hand, it's going to put that much more emphasis on my chest with less leg drive, but it takes my stability away a little bit too. Um, with this much weight, like when I get to my back down sets, when I go down to like 120, 115, when I go a little lighter to get higher rep, I won't worry about it as much because that's still decent weight, especially on incline. But it's pretty manageable for me. Like I could just let my feet and legs pretty much relax, and it wouldn't really slow me down that much. But 20 extra pounds in each hand with the 140s here, I can still handle it. Like it's fairly manageable, but you know, the stability for my legs definitely helps. So we'll see how the next one goes. I mean, I just, man, I don't want to get off track here and kind of take the focus away from chest day because that's my favorite and I want to make it good. But I don't like the way that felt. Yeah, but anyways, I mean, I just gotta make sure I be careful with it and don't make it worse, I guess. But yeah, that was 12 reps. Again, a little bit. My reps were sped up some. The tempo wasn't quite as slow. Like I'm never trying to do negatives here by no means. And if I do, one, I'm gonna go much lighter, and I'll kind of say so beforehand. So yeah, I'm not trying to do negatives, but a good, a good steady pace like this is something I'm looking for. I think I was going a little quicker than that, but that's all right. I did 12. Wait another minute or so and try it again. All right, see, I slowed this. It might be kind of hard to see actually. Um, If you're an advanced lifter, you can probably see the slight tempo difference. But I slowed it down a little more in this set. I only got 10. That's all right, you know. Um, I think I would say I felt it a little more. And like I've been saying, the number of reps are not the main priority anymore. It's something I still keep track of, and I obviously want to keep climbing in reps and in weight. But you know, it's not like my powerlifting days when I did a 5x5 with a certain weight and I had to get five. Um, so I did 12 on the first set. Obviously, it is a matched PR, and it's kind of a goal I want to keep hitting to show, if not progression, at least that I'm not losing or going backwards. So I did 12 on the first one. Everything after that is kind of a little less focused on the number of reps and more the quality. It should always be the quality, and that is always a focus. But like I said, I've said this before. Sometimes you just want to go ballistic. Even if it's just for a set or two, kind of unleash something. A controlled ballistic though. You don't want to get sloppy and get hurt. Um, but yeah, pretty good. My chest is getting more pumped by the second. I can feel it. So let's do one more. Well, now that that's over, I can kind of confess. Looked a little more rough today than I remember last week. Just a little. And it wasn't really so like when I sat back with the weight, it didn't really feel heavy. It's just maybe it was the instability because I couldn't quite plant my feet like I wanted. Normally I'd have them kick back, kind of behind me almost. That didn't work. So I think it was I might have done it on the second set too. I'm not sure. But for sure on the set I just did here, I tried just letting them kind of stick out like this and planting my feet firmly. That didn't really work. Just a little too much on my knee right now. But maybe that's why. But it did feel a little. This weight felt a little. I don't even want to say heavy. Just awkward, maybe uncomfortable. Maybe again for that reason. All right, let's let me. I'll probably go with 120s. We'll only cut off 20 pounds each arm. Um, I think I could still get at least 14 or 15 with even a little slower tempo than what I did here. Uh, try to see. Whew, a hell of a back down set. Let's do one more at the drop set, and I think incline bench, dumbbell bench, will be finished, completed. All right, let's do the drop set. Man, the more I like, literally with each week, this last back down set paired with the drop set that I just did, it's almost a lock, a guarantee that it's gonna take my pump to the next level. Because the first four, my three quote unquote kind of heavier sets with 140s, and the first back down, I had a decent pump, nothing to kind of jump up and down about, but it was getting somewhere, and then it almost doubled with this set paired with the drop set. It's almost like the set I just did with the drop set is worth all four of those combined, just in terms of the pump. Now the heavier stuff with the 140s, they I prefer those in a different way, or maybe they're neck and neck, but it's just a different approach, different vibe, everything. Um, so just kind of only talking about the pump. This last set kind of trumped all the four combined. Really, it was like I said, it's almost becoming a lock, a guarantee that it's gonna do that because it's happened the past month every time. Fucking cool. Let's like I said, though, let's call that a wrap and maybe hit some pec deck. I don't know. We'll see. I'll figure it out like always. For a quick, brief, like 5 seconds probably, I considered making these. I wouldn't say like lightweight. I consider lightweight something you can probably do over 15 times. I mean, obviously, I don't know. As soon as I said that, I was kind of like, I don't know if that really makes sense because if you could do something more than probably 8 times, it's pretty light for you. But anyways, I considered going lighter on this, and making these sets of like 15 to 20, but that thought quickly escaped, and I abandoned that idea. We're gonna stick with the normal weight that I do on this first set. I might actually get close to 15. No, I'll probably say like 12, probably like 12ish. Um, Fuck, why not just do it Instead of just sitting here guessing, I'll just do the damn set. How about that? I'm not even sure that was 12. It was close though. I did at least 10 or 11, if not 12. It's so strange because the past 3 or 4 weeks, I, for the most part, abandoned what I had been doing, which is upping my chest volume. You know, two mandatory chest days, just chest per usual, Monday and Thursday. But then I was also adding a couple, if not three, other days where I would throw in chest at the end of a different workout and just like 3 or 4 sets. Um, and all that was it was working, but I was getting to the point where my chest was getting fried. It was starting to burn out, not even halfway through a workout sometimes. So I kind of pulled back on that. You know, like I said, the past 3 or 4 weeks I haven't really done it, but maybe one time I added one little extra chest at the end of a workout. That's it. And it seems like my chest is getting more sore, more blown up, and not recovering as good now more than ever. Maybe it's still the lingering effects of doing so much chest volume for like, I mean, I did it for like 2 months, if not a little longer than that. So maybe it's just still that lasting effect, and it's going to take even a little more time for my chest to fully kind of recover from that. I don't know. But the past couple weeks, my chest is, I mean, I really think it's been kind of blowing up and getting sore the quickest it has that I can remember, like from a chest workout. Because, of course, you know, I said on that back down set and drop set of the dumbbell bench, it almost doubled my pump. And then it started feeling really sore after that. So maybe that was it too. Kind of just triggered something. Whatever it is, I've noticed it. So I've kind of been cutting back even on my mandatory chest days. I've even been cutting back on that volume, and I might do that again today. I'll do a couple more sets here, maybe a drop set, and then try a little bit more. But my chest is kind of fucked already, which is good and bad. Good because I'm getting results already. Bad because I just love chess. So we'll see. Holy fuck. My chest is fucking annihilated. Man, well, I'll try. I'll try one more chest exercise. That might be it. Because it is torched, dead, shot. I mean, I don't know, whatever word you want to fucking use. That probably perfectly describes how it feels right now. All right. Figure out what I want to do. But yeah, I'll try one more. I'll try it. All right, I'm gonna, like I said, it's probably gonna be the last thing. But I'm just gonna do some high to low cable flies. Nothing crazy heavy, probably in the 15 rep range, give or take a few more or less. And then throw in a nice drop set, and we'll call it a good chest day. But yeah, I want to kind of finish with something a little, no big compound lift or no more pressing. I did 5 incline with a drop set. Um, and it's kind of a nice flow. We started with upper chest, did 3 sets of mid chest on the pec deck, and now we're gonna do 3 sets of lower chest. So all 3 levels. Didn't really plan it out that way, but it just feels right for today. One more. Oh yeah, looking pretty juicy if I say so myself. Oh yeah. So I have never experienced something. Well, I guess it's kind of started 2, 3, 4 weeks ago, whatever it's been. Um, but today was kind of the most intense that it was. But basically, what I'm talking about is not even, I guess, about close to halfway, basically halfway. Um, my chest, like I could have stopped after that fifth set and drop set of inclined dumbbell bench press, and I probably would have been fine. But me being greedy and stubborn, I did more and kind of did a complete chest workout, at least my version of a complete chest workout. Um, but I've never really experienced that before. It was pretty intense, honestly, but it was awesome. Like my chest is super full, super pumped right now. So what do you say? We check it out. I think I should. All right. I hope I wasn't standing too close to the camera because I've noticed sometimes when I do that, the shadows and the lighting just looks a little off, not as good. But I got a fucking awesome pump. I will say that. Um, so again, hopefully it translates to the screen. I wasn't too close, but I mean, normally I'll stand about back here, but I just want to get a little closer today, a little something different. But um, fucking great pump, dude. A great pump. I think, all things considered, is couldn't really ask for more. Uh, so tomorrow I will be back for some shoulders and triceps. This is the week that I'm gonna train 6 days. Man, there's something I wanted to say, um, and I was kind of keeping it in the back of my head the whole workout. And I was like, okay, when I start my pose down, I want to bring this up at some point, and I fucking lost it. I can't remember what it was now. Damn it. It was something fairly important. Oh, okay, here it is. It just came back to me. So I started my kind of clean bulk um, 3 weeks ago, almost, going on 4 weeks, almost 4 weeks now. And I don't know how it looks on the screen, but I can kind of see the difference. My core, like, I never got my core quite as tight as it can be, and as lean and as shredded as it could be. Even while I was cutting, I never got it to that point. Um, but now that I've been clean bulking, for almost 4 weeks. I've noticed even more of a difference. I've nothing bad. Like I obviously still have abs, but it's just stuff right here. So right here, see, I can pinch it. Just that little excess love handle, and like I'm not fat, but in terms of bodybuilding standards, I'm probably close. I'm pushing it. Definitely not stage ready, not even close. But so like if I could trim that up, it would take 2 or 3 inches off my waist and give me that illusion of that V taper, that X frame, even more. But before I do that, I'm trying to build up some more. If I can add another, I mean, 5 pounds doesn't sound like a lot, but when you think about 5 lean pounds of muscle, especially me being as advanced as I am, 14 years of training, 5 pounds, I'll take it for sure. That's kind of my goal though right now is clean bulk. I'm not gonna lose. I'm not gonna get so bulky to the point that I lose visible abs. I at least want to keep my 4 pack. But if I can put on 5 pretty good fucking pounds and then kind of shred from there. Now it actually might be more than 5 total pounds on the scale. I'm talking about 4 to 5 lean pounds of muscle, and then obviously it might be a little bit of water weight and fat in there, but not much. So maybe like a total of 10. Just kind of a rough guess, but yeah, that's all I got for today, man. A good fucking workout. I'm gonna go do some cardio, just to get another 12 minutes or so, and be back tomorrow for some shoulders and these babies right here, some shoulders and triceps.